Good evening and welcome to the 16th Annual Steve Chase Humanitarian Awards.
And I am telling you, I'm not going. You're the best man I ever know. There's no way I can ever go.
The Executive Director of the Desert AIDS Project, David Brinkman.
And I'm telling you, DAP isn't going anywhere either. Since we last gathered a year ago, you have all helped to make it possible for DAP to bring another 450 patients into our care.
If we can be the best of lovers, yet be the best of friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, won't you join me in a toast to Warner Ingdahl, who was there from the beginning. And to all of you who are here tonight, DAP couldn't do it without you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Please welcome the co-hosts, Barbara Keller and Jim Casey.
Let me tell you all how guilty I feel when many of you thank me for co-chairing the Steve Chase. Remember this, I get to walk into meetings at the Desert AIDS Project with a group of beautiful guys who notice if my lipstick matches my shoes.
During the last 25 years, during good economic times and in bad, DAP has provided services to over 20,000 men, women, and children in their ongoing fight against HIV/AIDS. This evening will allow DAP to carry on their mission. In fact, thanks to all of you here tonight, during one of the worst economic times in history, we are set to have the most successful fundraising event in DAP's history.
Presenting the Partners for Life Award to Steve Kaufer and Scott Van Dyke. Steve Kaufer and Andrew Green are the two who first approached Steve Chase and convinced him to join DAP's board years ago.
Steve Chase always made time to support the Desert AIDS Project. He never missed an opportunity to put the arm on one of his clients or his vendors to help DAP.
Near the end of his life, he called me and asked a small favor. As an enticement to carry out his wish, he told me he'd name a wing in my honor. There was a slight pause in the conversation, and he said, I meant chicken wing. That was the Steve Chase I knew.
I think he was a brilliant, wonderful designer, a good friend, and I'm so happy that 15 years after he's passed away, that we're still memorializing him in this Desert AIDS Project. So I'm really proud to be standing next to Steve Chase.
And just as Steve Chase designed those beautiful homes, Bob Mackey has built his life around making the world a more beautiful world, one woman at a time.
This is really special. You know, when you saw that picture on the screen of the chubby blonde boy and the little kid, that was Stephen Chase when he was about 8 or 9 years old, and I was just turned 12. I love what you're all doing here tonight. It makes so much sense to me. Thank you, Desert AIDS Project. Thank you so much for what you do. I am very proud.
I'm here tonight to introduce you to one of our great entertainers, the magnificent Anne Margaret, accepting on her behalf Michelle Lee.
This very wonderfully talented, amazing woman is stuck in New York. And I will tell you, if she was standing here, she'd say, I'm so overwhelmed.
So it is my privilege to present tonight's DAP Medicine and Advocacy Award to the CARE Coalition and my friend and colleague, Ernest Hopkins.
In October, I was honored to stand with Ryan's mother, Jeannie White Ginder, and the congressional leaders as President Obama signed the 4-year extension of the Ryan White program.
I just couldn't get over how fortunate that we are to have a facility like this in Palm Springs.
We all something to believe in. We all need a light to see us through.
It is my pleasure to introduce someone who is very near and dear to my heart and someone I love.
In these terrible financial times, it is so important that each and every one of you give whatever you can.
Until that happy day, the Desert AIDS Project can close its doors because there is no more need for what they do. They are forever grateful to everyone who continues to advocate for their mission of
care, prevention, and advocacy.
It is my true honor and privilege to announce that Integrated Wealth Management will be signing on as presenting sponsor to the Steve Chase Humanitarian Awards for 3 more years. And we will be increasing our gift to DAP to a total of $1 million.
Someday